Greetings, YouTube. I have a confession to make. I really enjoy arena grinding, and I know that makes me sound like a big fat loser, but I gotta tell you, there is something so cathartic to me about spending no brain cells at all to just beat down some terrible opponent like a lower level Spidey Gwyn for 30 seconds to get me a few battle chips, which equals units. It's just relaxing to me. Some people have yoga. Some people enjoy the outside. I enjoy arena grinding. So when I see an update in the game that focuses on the arena, something that I very much do, I generally, and maybe cautiously optimistically, am looking forward to it. So when I saw this recent update on the 5-star arena, I wanted to get really excited about it because the last arena updates were so great. I was so happy that Kabam acknowledged that a lot of people have actual jobs outside of this game. They don't have hours and hours and hours to spend grinding. They have families, they have commitments, and they said, we want to do all we can to give our players the chance to earn these champions. So we're actually going to double the amount of people that get the featured champion. If you recall, before the new update, half as many people got the featured 4-star champion. Now the top 10% get that 4-star champ, and this has allowed twice as many people to get him. And the really, really cool thing about this is that because it's a percentage based, it's determined by how many people actually participate in the pool. So I've been in alliances where we say, hey, we're really going for, say, like Iceman. And I know that most people in the alliance aren't going to want to grind, but if you could just get like a couple 100,000 points and you could increase the pool, that'll get more people to champ. And I think some people were willing to do that because they wanted to help each other out. And that's part of what makes this game and this community so awesome. So as excited I was about those new updates, it's like Kabam has used that Men in Black mind eraser thing and just forgotten everything that they told us that they wanted the arena to be just a few months ago. Because for starters, we have this 6-star champion inclusion in the new arena, and you might be thinking, so what? A lot of people have 6 stars. Well, that's true. But the top people spend thousands of dollars, sometimes a week, on this game. They're the Shamu of the whales. They want to make that big splash in front of the crowd. And you know what? Hats off to them. I'm not ever going to tell somebody how they should spend their money. But because of that, they have done a very interesting thing. Because a 12-hour cooldown time for a 6-star champion, I believe, is very fair. That means if you don't spend any units, you have, even with help, realistically, the ability to earn 2 rounds of grinds for that 6-star champion, which, according to Kabam, since they're worth 3 times the amount of points as a 5-star, should put you at around a minimum of 60,000 points in the arena per round, or 120,000 per day. That seems kind of fair, right? Well, here's the problem. You either have a 12-hour cooldown or a 20-unit refresh opportunity. Well, if you spend thousands of dollars on this game, which one do you think you're going to choose? For 1,000 units, you can get 50 of those suckers. And so you're going to turn a champ that gives you 120,000 points per day in a 6-star champion to, if you spend 50 refills, that's a minimum of 3 million points automatically contributed to that arena. And if they're worth 3 times as many points for a 6-star, I don't think it's unrealistic to assume that the cutoffs are going to be 3 times as high at the very top. So what took you 20 million points for a 4-star featured might now cost you 60,000 points for the 5-star featured. But that's comparing the percentage to the fact that problem number 2, only 150 people, no matter how big the pool is, get it. That makes it those top Shamu whales. And everybody else has literally no chance unless you want to spend hundreds of dollars and so many hours of time for that 5-star champ. And I love my blade, and I think that he is so fun. But even if this is for a 5-star blade, I would not recommend you go without seeing sunlight for 3 days in order to make this happen, or you spend your car payment or your house payment or what amounts to be a Bill Gates-like credit card charge in order to get a 5-star hero in a mobile video game that you tap your thumbs on a screen. But the big problem to me, even more than those two, because I'm going to be honest, I don't expect to get the 5-star featured crystal. I don't expect to get the 5-star featured champion, I should say. I just want to get more milestones. That's what I care about when I grind Arena. And so I would like to think it's fair to assume with this new big whale arena that the milestones are going to be at least 2, maybe even 3 times as incentivizing as the 4-star. And that's where it gets just frankly really disappointing, because we're going to focus on the 2 million milestone. Why? Because you'll see on the left side that after 2 million points, the units stay stagnant and they do not go up at all. They stay at 15, even at 12 million points. And just the fact that there's a 12 million point milestone tells you that Kabam expects this to probably get upwards of 50 million at the very top. Maybe if it gets to 100 million, I'm just going to do a 100 million point Fiesta video, because that's some serious money and waste of time. Oh man, I can't wait for that. But let's compare this to the 4-star milestone at the same price. So in the 4-star featured milestone, which is currently Black Panther Civil War, 2 million points gets you 15 units, 1,750 battle chips, 3,250 gold, and 1,800 premium hero crystal shards. So this new crazy whale arena now gives you the same amount of units, only a very slight 250 increase in battle chips, a very, very slight 750 increase in gold, and probably the least impressive / most shocking increase of only 200 premium hero crystals. So they're basically like, hey, use your 6-star champs, we'll give you a 2-star champ. Sounds fair, right? So overall, I just want to say it's really not worth it. And I was really excited and really hopeful that this would be great. And this is coming from someone that's going to open at least 22 5-star crystals next week. So my 5-star roster is going to be massive, and I could get a lot of points in this. But in the end, I just don't think it's going to be worth my time and most people's time. The best benefit for this, and I am happy for these people, is let's say you've been playing the game for 6 months to a year, and you're starting to get a decent 4-star roster. Maybe you've just got a couple 5-stars. Well, these 4-star featured arenas are going to be really important to you. If there's a god tier champ like an Iceman, or certainly a Stark Spidey or Blade, you're going to really need that on your roster. And I would like to think that those cutoffs for the 4-star featured are going to go way down, because the average top tier player is going to go for the 5-star featured over the 4-star featured. But then again, Kabam shot itself in the foot with the 150 cutoff, because if you know that there's no chance at all for you to get that 5-star champ, you're probably not going to be incentivized to just completely ignore the 4-star featured. So guys, I wish I had more optimism for this, because Kabam in the last year has really gained my trust when it comes to the arena. But after today, I'm just not impressed. And that's a shame, because this could be something so awesome. And I want to say lastly, even if the 5-star feature hero rank rewards are attainable, the only way that I'm going to be excited about this is if the 11 to 30% rank, which realistically that's what I'd be shooting for, is at a cutoff of around 5 million. If that's the case, because that's about what I aim for every week in the 4-star, I'll be happy. But if that 11 to 30% is close to double that, I'm probably just not going to go for it, because 100 6-star crystal shards and an increase from 400 to 1,000, so a difference of 600 5-star crystal shards, is not worth the insane amount of extra hours it takes or units it takes to put in the grind. And Kabam's a company, right? So they want to incentivize their players to spend more time in the game, and that's why I think these milestone rewards at minimum should be tripled. And instead of having premium hero crystals, which are offering in the other arenas, why not at least offer the chance for 1,000 4-star hero crystal shards? That would be a lot more fair. And certainly since they're bumping up, and thankfully, the Alliance War rewards, you'd think this would kind of follow. So those are my 2 cents. I'm not trying to come across as this like dramatic, the world is ending. I'm just kind of disappointed, you know? And kind of like the thumbnail, I'm sure there are those like top blubbery whales that are just in love with this and are going to do well, and the rich are going to get richer, and all power to them. If you've got the disposable income, go for it. But for the average player like me, it's just kind of disappointing. So thanks for watching. Have a great weekend. And get excited because next week when Blade is entered into the 10K crystal, I will be opening 22 5-star crystals, which is kind of crazy to say because I've never even opened that many 4-star crystals. And yet here I am opening that many 5-star. So I'm excited. Thanks for watching. Again, have a great weekend.